Welcome back to BreslovCampus. Hoping you guys had a beautiful Pesach, uplifting Pesach experience. Now the parsha right after Pesach this year, Acharei Mot, about the laws of the Kohanim. Amazing, and Yom Kippur. So one amazing thing Reb Noson points out, really amazing. He says, if you look at the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, who represents somebody big, somebody special, somebody important, and he has 8 very, very special garments that he wears all year round. The breastplate, the choshen mishpat, the tzitz, right, the ephod. Every garment of the Kohen Gadol has deep, deep secrets, deep, deep meaning behind every single detail. And yet, when it comes to the holiest day of the year, Yom Kippur, where the high priest has to enter the holiest place in the entire world, the Kodesh Kodashim, the Holy of Holies in the Holy Temple, he has to shed all of these 8 garments and wear one of them, but a different one, a one in white. He has to wear just a simple Ktonet Bad, Kodesh Yilbash. He has to wear just a simple long shirt. That's how he does the devotion and enters into the Holy of Holies on the day of Yom Kippur. What's going on here? What's the message here? The 8 garments of the high priest correspond to major levels of accomplishment, even in Torah study. 6 plus 7 and 8. These are 11 levels of depths of accomplishment. And a person, if you want to compare, like going to university, he has a BA and a PhD and there's all these degrees, right? And you would think that when a person has all of these levels, he would enter with that into the Holy of Holies on Yom Kippur to come to before God with the best that you have. And yet, the Torah says he has to shed everything and to come with one simple white garment. And the garment in Hebrew is called Bad. Ktonet Bad, Kodesh Yilbad. Bad also means like alone. Bad bebad, alone. Badim, which translates as fabrics, has also in Hebrew a translation to mean alone. Bad, boded, alone, meditated, to be secluded. So the Kohen high priest is coming to God with utmost simplicity. And Reb Noson points out that this is to teach you that when you need to reach the next level or the highest levels in holiness, that is specifically when you have to drop everything. Because all year round, with all the mitzvot and Torah that you're accumulating all year round, it's building you up. You learn a lot of Torah, so you become more educated in the Torah, more familiar with the language of the Chumash, of the Mishnah, of the Gemara, of the Zohar, of the eventual higher levels, any area of the Torah. The more you're involved in Torah, the more you get the language, the more your understanding, the more your grasp is enhanced, the more your understanding is enhanced. Plus, all the mitzvot you do throughout your life, every day putting on tefillin, every day washing your hands and saying brachot, keeping Shabbat every week. These things, they brush off on you. They have an influence, a positive influence. It elevates you. You know, someone who now is in his life keeping Shabbat for 20, 30, 40 years, it has a positive influence. Going to the mikveh has a positive influence. Giving tzedakah, all this accumulates and builds you up. It's building you up. And yet, when it comes to entering the Holy of Holies, to getting in front of God at the highest of levels, you have to drop everything and just be simple. Total simplicity. This is the message Reb Noson points out in the Likutei Halachot, that the Kohen Gadol, who has accomplishment, he's a high priest, he's also one of the top of his brethren, the Kohanim and everything, he comes before God on Yom Kippur, shedding everything, just total simplicity. And you'll see this in life, that when you need a major breakthrough and a major salvation, everything you've accumulated can't help you for that stage, the next stage, to face God and to activate the salvation you need. What's needed is to shed everything, to make yourself like nothing, and like that, to approach God for the next level, the Holy of Holies, to activate that light, that salvation, whatever it is, each person according to their level and their attitude and their aspect, etc. But this is what's needed, to drop. that I accumulate, but it's when it comes to the time of need, the time of action, that a holy moment, I have to just come totally submitted with nothing, with just a simple garment. In other words, simplicity. And this goes again to strengthen Rabbi Nachman's approach that he stresses so much. He himself called it ay, simplicity. He said in Yiddish, ay, prostuk, ay, simplicity. That when a person comes before God and he needs help, he needs assistance, he needs to get to the next level, he has to at that point drop everything. And there's no excuse to say, so if that's the case, don't learn in the first place, don't do anything so you can maintain that simple attitude. No. The thing is, in order to be simple, really, you need the light and energy of the Torah and the mitzvot. And that gives you the ability afterwards to be able to, yes, drop and to become a simple person.